Madam President. I would like to thank Senator Claire for introducing this important piece of legislation. I want to clarify a couple of things that I heard. As we know, reproductive care and access to it is a very important issue that we have been actively working in addressing here in New York. And so as someone who worked as an educator at SUNY and a proud alum, I thought it would be important to lift up my own experience in working with students at SUNY as it pertains to accessing health care. And so in the work that I did at Binghamton University, in connecting students with healthcare services, I would share that a number of our students at SUNY, and dare I say CUNY, have limited options at times, especially for our low to moderate income students who are enrolled at our public institutions, such as SUNY and CUNY. And so there are healthcare services available on our campuses that do provide, and especially in districts like mine, for a number of students that if those services didn't exist, they wouldn't have access to adequate care. And so with this particular legislation and what it's looking to do, it's very simple. It's looking to expand access to reproductive care. The questions around counseling and other services, our SUNY and CUNY campuses also provide counseling services, and I would be remiss if I didn't give a nod to our mental health chair, Senator Brooke, who has been advocating for quite a while to expand access to mental health services, and our SUNY and CUNY campuses are no exception to that. As the chair of women's issues, we know how important it is that we have to address these challenges as it pertains to access to reproductive care, because it is health care, and we also know that barriers exist. And we also know that the stakes are very high. In fact, today, the Supreme Court has ordered a temporary stay until Friday as we continue to have this public discourse on a FDA already approved 20-year plus drug, mifepristone, which has been proven to be safe and effective as a method for addressing abortion. We also have been working diligently as a state to protect and increase access to this important care. And although we have laws here in New York that protect a woman's right to choose, it is still the case that for so many living in underinvested communities that the lack to safe and reliable reproductive care remains a barrier to true reproductive justice. Now, I as a representative have 6 major institutions of higher education in my district, and I understand that our colleges and universities play a major role in providing care. And as I already mentioned, these institutions do provide access. And so my closing sentiments is simply this, Madam President, we must continue to stand up against attempts by other states to strip people of their rights to safe and accessible abortion care, and we must continue to protect a woman's right to make decisions over her own body, and that we must continue to remain vigilant in our fight to defend these rights. I proudly vote aye for this legislation. Thank you, Madam President.